right now. So the first card you have for your past is the Lovers. Okay, so this is something that's a little bit complicated. I'm seeing a kind of one thing affecting another thing. It's sort of like a domino effect. Yeah, I think this is a specific thing. It's quite specific. So, okay, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. There are two separate situations, and one's affecting the other situation. I think one of these things is like a past memory or a series of different memories and feelings all sort of blending in together. And they're not good memories, they're not good feelings. I think someone treated you quite badly in the past, actually, very, very badly. Now, there's also someone else here. This is like a newer love connection, I think, and it feels like there's some kind of barrier there between you and this person, and it really feels like you're not totally able to make the leap into this new love connection. Because I think you still have this old energy around you. That's what I'm getting. So you're really struggling. And yeah, it's a lot more complicated than that. It's a lot more complex, than just being afraid of, being hurt again. There is that, but it's more like, okay, I'm actually seeing a door here. This is a bit strange, I know, but I'm seeing a door. So I think this ex, just treated you really badly, and then they shut you out in some way. I'm seeing a door. They shut the door. They shut the door on you. I'm seeing a door shutting. Actually, it's slamming. So they shut the door on you. They treated you really badly. You tried to talk to them, and then they shut the door. That's what I'm seeing. And I think these old memories and these feelings, they're absolutely affecting your ability to move forward with this new person or in your life generally. And this card can be about choices in love, but I think for you, this is about a choice between an old energy and a new person. Now, it's not a choice. It's not like you have to make a choice, or will I choose the old energy or the new person? Because for you, it's just there and you can't help it. But it is in a way, because you do have to do whatever you can to try and get rid of this old energy. It's not that clear card. It's a really complex situation, obviously. But, when you get down to the basics, that's what's happening. The old energy needs to be cleared out. That's what I'm getting. There's also another thing. I don't know if you're getting reminders of this ex. It feels like you're being reminded of this over and over again, and that's another reason why you can't kind of leave that behind. It might be that, it's the holidays, and that can bring back a lot of memories for people. I'm also seeing... I'm also seeing someone talking to you. It feels like they're talking about the past, or they're bringing back the past in some way. They're talking about all of this. Maybe they're reminding you of that time that you had with this ex, all of that kind of thing. So if this is about you, and if you know that your past's affecting your present, some kind of action has to be taken. I think you know that. You might already be taking action. But definitely tell this person to stop talking about this ex or whatever's happened in the past, if that's what's happening. Because that's going to be a big step in kind of getting that out of your mind. It'll be something anyway. And if what's happened to you is really serious, and it does feel like that to me, it does feel very serious, try and get some other kind of outside help if you can, counselling or someone who can help you. Try and do it, because I just really feel as if a lot of practical things can come in where you can do lots of things and tackle it from all different angles to try and kind of get rid of that. That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the next card you have your past, the Moon. So again, this is about things that are going on inside your head. This is a very introspective card. And things that are around your energy as well, and you don't want them to be around your energy. They're just there, all these memories and the feelings, and this can also be about looking back over the past. There are these two watchtowers here. So, and obviously when you're up in a watchtower, you can look down and see everything. So it's like looking back over everything. So I think you know what this past situation was all about. You can see the reality of that. You can look back over that. But this is more about the emotions that come from those memories, if that makes sense. And that's what still needs work. You can know in your head that, yes, that's wrong. Yes, this person hurt me. Yes, I don't want to see them again. They were horrible. They were this and that. I can see the reality of who they are. But your feelings don't always match up with that, as quickly as you like. So that's the thing that needs action. And I'm seeing this here as well, this person who's trying to talk to you about the past, because, this lobster's trying to get out of this dark water. He's trying to get himself out of the darkness, but he has to face these two, talkers, this dog and this wolf. That's what this looks like to me. It looks like two people kind of yapping on each side of this poor lobster. He's trying to get out, and, he can walk past them, and I think he will do that. And that's what you need to do. You might even end up avoiding you might even want to avoid this person altogether. You might just say, well, I'm not going to be around them if they won't stop talking about this. But some kind of action needs to be taken about that as well. It's about action. If someone won't stop talking about someone or a time in your life and you don't want to hear about that, and you say to them, look, don't talk about that, and they keep on doing it, you're just going to have to either avoid them or say, no, I can't have this conversation. Some kind of action has to be taken. I'm seeing that all over this so far. Starve the old energy as much as you can. Don't feed it. Don't give it any attention. Give your attention to combating that old energy. I hope that makes sense to someone, because I think someone really needs to hear this. So I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay, so the last card you have your past, the Page of Cups. Okay. Now, this can be quite a light-hearted card, actually. It can be a love message. Okay, I'm seeing this really clearly now. This is another reason why they're around your energy. And I'm getting this really strong feeling that you can sense what's happening. I think you know that this might happen. You're picking up on this. You're quite intuitive, I think. And I think this acts, I think they're going to come back. I think they're going to try and connect with you again in some way. That's what I'm seeing here. And you might be thinking something like, oh, why am I sensing that this person's around me all the time? I'm trying to get rid of them. And, something feels unfinished as well. So if you're getting those two kind of conflicting feelings, and if that's what you're kind of sensing, you're right. You're right. I don't want you to stress about this, but you're in control of this. You're in control of whether you agree to this or not, or how you react to this, or whether you actually ignore this or not. It's totally up to you. I don't want you to stress, even though they are coming back, and I can see that. You're in control of how you react to this. So, if this does resonate with you, I am seeing them trying to connect with you. I can see that very clearly. I'm actually seeing some kind of apology. But, I have to say there are warnings all over this reading so far. So you even have the Garden of Eden here in the Lovers card, which is about choices. So it's your choice to make. But there's a snake in the Garden of Eden as well. So yes. I keep on seeing this. There's this door. The door was shut, and now it's going to open again. And I'm getting this, oh, forgive me, I shut the door on you, please forgive me. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing, not those actual literal words, but it's going to be something like that, I think, when they speak to you. They're absolutely going to be looking for some kind of forgiveness for you, I can see that, or from you, I should say. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I have to say this. Apart from all these warnings I'm getting here, if someone shuts the door in your face, they don't deserve to see your face. They don't deserve to see your face again. The only thing they deserve to see is the back of the door. They shut it. This is what they wanted. I know I'm going all Aries on you. I can't help it. But if this is about you, I can really see how they've treated you, and it's really badly. They don't deserve to see you. They don't deserve to see you again. I really, really feel for you. You deserve way better than this. So just remember that. But yeah, I just hope the right person gets to hear this, because I really, really feel that, there are so many warnings all over this. Anyway, so I'll go on to the next card. So the first card you have your presence, the Three of Wands. Yeah, I keep on seeing them. So yeah, I think this axe, they've been thinking about approaching you for a while, I think, and they might have done some work on themselves, but I hate to say this, but I think there might be a third party around this, or there might have been a third party at some time. You've got 2 threes here. You've got the Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles under this as well. So, I think they're coming to realise how valuable you actually are. This man's looking out onto this golden sea, beautiful golden sea, and there's a golden sky here as well. And this is you, you're golden, you are, and he's looking out over that, and he's remembering that and thinking about that. So this person's thinking about, actually, they're very golden, they're very valuable. And I think the way to start to get over all these old memories for you, just putting them aside, just for you, is, it might be to start to see yourself in that way. You need to start to see that in yourself. You have to see that for yourself, how special you are, how golden you are. Other people can come and tell you, oh, you're special, you're this, you're that. And it's a beautiful thing to hear. Of course it is, if it's sincere. But if anything that's said by other people can be taken away by things they do later, or things they say later, or they can act in different ways, they can shut the door on you like this person has. But I'm not saying everyone's like that, but if you know who you are, golden, that's who you are. I'm seeing that in this card. If you know who you are, and if you say that to yourself, that can't be taken away from you. So you have to see that gold inside yourself, because only you know what's inside yourself. No one else does. And you have to see that inside yourself. Doesn't matter what anyone says or what they don't say. So if you feel that, if you truly feel that, and if someone comes and says that to you, you can say, well, that's nice, or whatever. But you don't hook your self-worth, you don't hook everything onto what someone else says, because you already know who you are. That's what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so there's also a little bit of arrogance here. This man's standing here, he's waiting for these ships to come in, and he can see them come in. So it's like he's thinking, I know they're going to come in. All I need to do is stand here and wait, and I know they're there, I can see they're there, they're coming in. So it might be that, they think you're automatically going to want to connect with them, or that you'll just automatically accept their apology or agree to whatever they have to say. And I have to say this, it really doesn't give me a good feeling. If someone wants to truly apologise, how am I going to say it? Okay, I'll put it this way. A true apology doesn't have room for arrogance. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, don't be angry, cross-watchers. It might not be about you. Okay, the next card you have your presence, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, a few things here. The first thing I'm getting is the word rewind, going backwards. And it's a positive going backwards. It's not all this remembering your past and all these bad memories. This is a very positive kind of going backwards. This is about money. This might just be for a few. It might just be for a few people, but I don't know if you have debts. It feels like you have a debt or something owed. It doesn't feel personal, so I don't think you owe anything to people. It feels like a bank or a company or an institution or something like that you might owe money to. It might be a credit card. So I'm actually seeing something being removed here, something being taken away, and it's positive. It feels really positive. So if you do have debts, or if you owe something, Some of that might be, reduced or even removed. It's like a debt that's suddenly being smaller, it's being taken away. So, yeah, it might be some kind of error or might be a change in a policy or something like that. But whatever it is, it's going to sort of rewind your financial position back to a healthier position. Because I think in the past you're in a much healthier financial position than you are now. And I'm not sure how much this is going to be. It might be a big amount, might be a smaller amount, but it's going to change where you are financially into a more positive place. So I'm seeing that. The other thing is there's a bit of backwards and forwards here, and it feels a bit unsure to me. And I think it might be about this newer love connection, or it might be a potential love connection. And I think your feelings probably are a little bit backwards and forwards when it comes to this person. I don't think it has anything to do with them as a person. It just feels like all of this is happening inside your head, and it's making you kind of feel really unsure and go backwards and forwards and all of that. So if this is the case, I think they are picking up on this. I don't think they're saying anything to you about this. This card can be about work, and it sort of feels like this is what they're thinking. Something like, if they're busy, I don't want to bother them. It might just be that they're busy at work. I don't want to look needy. So that's the kind of thing they're thinking, I think. So just be aware of that. Just try to be, as straightforward as you can. If you're struggling with your past and all these horrible memories and everything that happened to you, my feeling is that they'll understand that. They'll understand all of that. Because this card can be about cooperation as well and working as a team. And I really feel as if they're on your side. They're on your team. I'm feeling that quite strongly. So if you do want to talk to them, which I think you really should, be a bit open with them, I think they'd really understand that. There's a lot of support coming from them. So I just want to tell you that if you're really anxious about that and you're kind of not opening up to them, I think they would be very understanding about that if that resonates with you. Okay, so the last card you have, your presence, the Seven of Cups. Yes. This is a very tricky card, very confusing card. Yeah, okay, so I've been seeing this third party around this ex in this reading so far. And I think now with this card, it might even be that there are even more people around. There might not have even been a third party. It might have been a fourth or a fifth or more people. They might not have been physically involved with all these different people, but although they might have been, but this card's more about choices, options, and temptation as well. So I think they at least had a lot of choices, options. And look at this man. This is you. This is you being shut out. He's in the dark. He's confused. So if this is making any kind of sense to you, I just want to say I am feeling a lot of emptiness here, and I think this is how this ex might be feeling, quite empty, and they're kind of empty without you. They're also empty without all these other choices, because I don't think they have these options around them right now. That's what I'm getting. So you could look at this in two ways if this is you. You can say, well, that's good, they're coming to me when, they don't have anyone else around them, so that means they're free, and they're coming to me when they're free. So you can see it in that way. Or you could say, they don't have any more options around them, they've run out of options, and now they're coming back to me because of that, which doesn't look so positive. So again, I'm not here to sway you, but this, I'm getting a lot of alarms all over this whole reading. So if you do talk to them again, at least look at their words, look at their actions, look at everything really, really carefully, really objectively. Look at their actions especially, not just their words, their actions, because I was seeing a lot of kind of false words, in the Three of Wands there. So really, really look at their actions. Take your time. If you do start to get back together with them again, really, really, really take your time. But again, if I'm seeing warnings everywhere, I know I don't want to sway you, and I'm saying that, but if I am seeing warnings everywhere, I have to tell you that, and there are warnings absolutely everywhere. So that's all I'll have to say about that. Okay. The first card you have your future is the Six of Wands. So yeah, this newer person, I don't want to be going, oh, look at the contrast between the old and the new, but there is one. There is one. I can see that. They want to support you. I was seeing that before anyway. I was seeing that in the Three of Pentacles, that they're on your team, they're on your side. They want to support you. They want to make you feel good about yourself, because this is the Victory card. And, you know, this man's up high on his horse. He has a team below him, supporting him, cheering him on. And so that's how this person sees you, and that's how they want to be. They want to be your support. So, but again, you still have this old energy around you. So if that's what's happening, if it's just the old energy, that's one thing. But if you're really not feeling it with this person, you're just not, and you can't do anything about that. So it might be that as well. I can't quite see which one this is. You do have the old energy, so that's partly that, but also it might just be that you're really not feeling it. But you've got to really sort that out. I think if you are having this kind of crisis, you've really got to be upfront with them, because this is a very, very, this is someone who really stands by you, stands behind you. So be upfront with them if that's how you're feeling. I do think in the future you are going to either get to some kind of conclusion about this ex, whether that's by talking to them or something. Some resolution has to happen, and I think it will. And you don't have to talk to them to get to that resolution either. You know, you can get that yourself. You absolutely can. But something has to happen. Some conclusion has to happen, and I think it will, because you've got the Victory card here. So I think that will happen in time. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, I love this. I love that this is here, because this is about feeling a bit tired, feeling all those feelings, but pushing forward anyway. That's what this man's doing. So yeah, you are going to push through this. I'm seeing that again here, in whatever way you choose to. And, you know, there's a positive outcome here as well, because you have this Six of Wands. So, but you do need to push forward. You do need to take some kind of action. And I think you will be. The other thing is, just a little warning here, recheck some work that you've done recently. If you have done some work recently, especially if this is around numbers, because I'm seeing there might be a number missing. You might have miscalculated something. I'm just looking at all these wands, and they're all in a row, but there's one that's missing. And, you know, he's leaning on the one that's missing. He's a bit tired, he's a bit injured, so he's not as alert as he should be. So maybe you weren't as alert as you should be. Maybe when you're counting things in these little rows, like these wands, you weren't as alert. I don't want to panic you, so just check over things, especially if you're dealing with figures or numbers, because it feels like you know, you're leaving a gap open for problems to come in, like the gap in this row of wands. So, you know, it might just be one figure that's wrong, I don't know, but one little figure, especially when you're calculating things, can really throw everything off. So just recheck things if that's you. Okay, so the last card you have your future is the Ten of Pentacles. Really good card to have here as well. And yeah, from what I see in the Three of Pentacles, I actually think this might be the start of a new really positive money phase for you. This is about accumulating more money over time, being able to save a lot more than you have been. It's looking very, very positive for money. I think, you know, definitely for next year, there'll be a lot more growth for you. It might even be that, you know, because of this axe or whatever happened around that, this breakup or whatever, maybe you took a financial hit, and